welcome back to the Deep Sea Haven. It's Rhianna, and we're doing another part of the Dragon Age Origin series. Right now,
the
I'm not
time has come to leave
exactly...
the wilds. Do you not agree?
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure where I'm supposed to go at this point in time. I mean, I guess we're gonna have to search around a little bit because I don't really exactly have this area searched yet. Yay! Oh, yeah, she can't jump. This game's a little too old for that, I guess. Looks like you can search up over here. Oh, saved the game. That's spooky, scary skeletons. Okay, well, it's not letting me go behind the house, so. Yes, gather my party and venture forth. They're in a small town just off the Imperial Highway at the edge of the hinterlands. Brazilian outskirts. Aaron said something about going to the Mage Tower, but I won't. It looks like there's only two places I could go. Party Camp or Lothering. Oh, I'm gonna check out the Party Camp. I want to see if I can sell shit. Is there someone I can sell stuff to here? No. No, of course not. Why would there? Look at Morrigain. She looks like a fucking fool. Ugh. Just makes you go. It makes you have to laugh. You have to laugh. Oh yeah, that's Morrigain. I was like, what the fuck? Let's move forward. Alright, we're gonna go to Lothering then, because there's nowhere else to go. So we must venture forth in the one place we must venture. Ooh, cutscene.
And I expect each of you to supply these men. We must rebuild what was lost at Ostagar, and quickly. There are those who would take advantage of our weakened state if we let them. We must defeat this Darkspawn incursion, but we must do so sensibly and without hesitation.
Your Lordship, if I might speak. You have declared yourself Queen Honora's regent, and claim we must unite under your banner for our own good. But what of the army lost at Ostagar? Your withdrawal was most fortuitous.
Yeah. I agree. I mean, he's right. I mean, we know the truth, you know.
Everything I have done has been to secure Ferelden's independence. I have not shirked my duty to the throne, and neither will any of you.
The Banorn will not bow to you simply because you demand it.
Understand this. I will brook no threat to this nation from you or anyone.
Bye.
Bantegan, please!
Your Majesty, your father risks civil war. If Eamon were here...
Bantegan, my father is doing what is best.
Did he also do what was best for your husband, Your Majesty?
Oh shit! Loghain's daughter was married to the Majesty, to the King, I should just say. To the Majesty. To the Majesty! I like how they take off the helmets during dialogue.
Wake up, gentlemen. More travelers to attend to. I'd guess the pretty one is the leader.
They don't look much like them others. You know, maybe we should just let these ones pass.
Nonsense. Greetings, travelers.
Hello?
Preying on those fleeing the Darkspawn, I suppose.
They are fools to get in our way. I say, teach them a lesson.
Now, is that any way to greet someone? A simple 10 silvers and you're free to move on.
Yeah, you should listen to your friend. We're not refugees.
What did I tell you? No wagons, and this one looks armed.
The toll applies to everyone, Henrik. That's why it's a toll, and not, say, a refugee tax.
Oh, right. Even if you're no refugee, you still gotta pay.
And you're toll collectors then?
Indeed, for the upkeep of the Imperial Highway. It's a bit of a mess, isn't it?
I don't have that type of coin. I think I have 1 silver.
Ah, and if I don't believe you, how do we solve this predicament?
Do you really want to fight a Grey Warden?
She said she's a Grey Warden. Them ones killed the king.
Traitors to Ferelden, I hear. Loghain put quite a bounty on any who are found.
Really?
What do you say, gents? With that kind of bounty, we can retire. Let's be heroes to the kingdom.
Really? Oh, really? This fucking garbage piece of shit's gonna go and say that we killed everybody. Yeah, I'm trying to use up these arrows right now.
Another vessel, I see. Let's see some blood.
You son of a bitch. Alright, we're switching. Who'd they kill already? We've only been battling for like 3 seconds. Really, Allistair? You died? This is the lesser.
Alright, we surrender. We're just trying to get by before the Darkspawn get us all.
Get by? You're a criminal!
Yes, I'm a criminal. I admit it. I apologize.
I want some questions
Well,
answered.
what could I tell you? We aren't even from these parts.
What exactly have you been doing?
Well, watching for folks fleeing from the south. Chasing from the wilds and farmholders, mostly. There aren't soldiers here anymore, so we help ourselves. Try not to hurt anyone too much.
What's going on in Lothering?
It's packed full. The band took his men north with Loghain, so there's no one looking out for it except a few Templars at the Chantry. Well, I was just trying to feed my family, you know?
Oh, he's trying to feed his family. Have you heard about any survivors from the battle?
Couple, maybe. A group of wounded Ash Warriors came by earlier. Got right out of their way.
And what news have you heard?
Everyone's saying how the Grey Wardens betrayed the king during the Darkspawn fight. Got him and themselves killed. Loghain pulled out just in time. First thing he's doing as regent is putting a bounty on Grey Wardens.
Fucking asshole, piece of shit.
Well then, let me go!
Hand over everything you've... fuck it, she'd kill him.
I'm not going down without a fight!
I know. I'm a dual-handed wielder. You think you can defeat me, pussy? Huh, pussy?
I think we work well together.
Oh wait, I'm full on shit. Oh god.
Now's better than later.
Very barely going, holding on. I don't have a lot of shit. I have way too much shit. Okay. Oh, so Morrigain, by the way, I found out she can craft. She's an herbalist. So if you click this, I made lesser health postulus and this my berry crunch. Where the fuck's my dog? My dog's not allowed to come with? I thought it was groups of 4. Where the fuck is my dog? Oh my god. Is it because I went to the fucking camp? God damn it! Well, we'll get him later. We'll get him later. It's okay.
I'll get on it.
Oh, this is way too much shit. Oof. I'm getting full. I'm getting full.
Well, there it is. Lothering.
pretty as a painting.
Ah,
Pretty as a
so
painting.
you have finally decided to rejoin us, have you? Falling on your blade in grief seemed like too much trouble, I take it.
Oh, shit.
Is my being upset so hard to understand? Have you never lost someone important to you?
Yeah.
Just what would you do if your mother died?
Before or after I stopped laughing.
Right, very creepy. Forget I asked.
What did you want to talk about, Allistair?
His navel, I suspect. He certainly has been contemplating it for long enough.
Oh, I get it. This is the part where we're shocked to discover how you've never had a friend your entire life.
I can be friendly when I desire to. Alas, desiring to be more intelligent does not make it so.
Oof.
Anyway, I thought we should talk about where we intend to go first.
I like Morrigan, but she's not nice. I need to look for Fergus. He might be alive. We need to hear some news before we can decide.
But we need to decide what our general plan is for afterwards, don't we? I think what Flemeth suggested is the best idea. These treaties, have you looked at them?
Yes, I have.
There are three main groups that we have treaties for. The Dalish Elves, the Dwarves of Orzammar, and the Circle of Magi.
Yep.
I also still think that Arleman is our best bet for help. We might even want to go to him first.
Then we need to find these people.
I can give you directions if you like.
Where do you find Earl Eamon?
He'll be at Castle Redcliffe, in the far western part of Ferelden, next to the mountain passes.
Okay.
If he isn't there, someone will be able to tell us where he is.
How about the Dalish Elves?
If we head eastward, towards the Brazilian forest, we should hear word of one of the clans that wanders that area. Hopefully they will still be there.
The Dwarves?
We would need to speak to their king in Orzammar. That means heading west into the Frostback Mountains, which won't be easy.
Fair enough. The Circle of Magi?
That will be at their tower on Lake Carlinhard to the north. We'll be looking for the first enchanter, whoever that is.
And then where would Loghain be exactly?
If he isn't out in the field with his army, he's probably going to be at the palace in Denerim. We can go to Denerim, but somehow I suspect that they're not going to let us just walk around.
No.
Only a suspicion, of course.
Alright, I don't need any more directions.
Then you have a plan.
What do you think we should do, Morrigan?
Go after your enemy directly. Find this man Loghain and kill him. The rest of this business with the treaties can then be done in safety.
Yes, he certainly wouldn't see that coming, and it's not like he has the advantage of an army and experience and...
I was asked for my opinion and I gave it. If your wish is to come up
Yeah,
with reasons
come
why
on.
something cannot be done,
Don't be an
then we'll
ass
stand
bag.
here until the Darkspawn are upon us.
Alright, I'm ready to get going.
Fair enough. Let's head into the village whenever you're ready.
Well, I need to sell shit. That's my fucking plan. My plan right now is to get some of this shit fucking sold.
I thought there would be soldiers here, or at least a
So
place
let's
to
talk
hide.
about
As
your
if we
mother.
needed more fighting here.
I'd
Get
rather
you a
talk
lantern
about
so you
your
get off
mother.
my back.
Well, there's nothing to talk about. And besides, isn't your mother a scary witch?
Are we seriously still fighting right now? Oh my freaking god. I'm not gonna be able to handle this. Y'all need to get over this shit. Like, this is annoying. Oh my god. Like, I love them, but they're like, I'm not dealing with them fighting this whole goddamn time. Like, I'm not doing it. It's not happening. Leather gloves. His are better. Same. His is better. Yeah, his is better. Right? His, I already know his is better than that. Yeah, his is the same. Actually, his is a little bit better. Definitely better. His is definitely better. I don't think I've gotten anything new, per se. 2 damage versus Darkspawn. Yeah, she's got this staff, so none of that's gonna work for her. I got 2 useless rings that I'm wearing that I have to remember I'm wearing them so that I can get rid of them, because I don't want them. This can get sold for now. This is gonna get sold. I know it's only for Morrigain, but I mean, I could hold on to it until we have some place we can put it.
Much more interesting.
To you, perhaps, you would find the moss growing upon a stone interesting.
You know what's more interesting than that? Apostates, mages outside of the tower. That's illegal, you know.
You did not read that in a book somewhere, did you? I hope the small letters did not strain you overmuch.
Oh, we could not talk about your mother. That works for me.
You don't look like the other folk fleeing the south. Were you in the battle?
Mm-hmm. What makes you think that?
You don't look chastened, so you're not from the wilds. And you're not a farmer. I'd guess you saw some fighting.
I would say yes, I was with the king's army.
I thought them that survived already marched north with the Tairn. You must be a survivor, or a deserter. Lucky you, I guess.
I have some questions.
Can't promise I'm gonna answer them.
What's going on here?
What isn't? We got chastened barbarians in every farmholder south of Callanhard running from the Darkspawn. Not that they'll be safe here with the army gone.
Who's in charge of this village?
You could talk to the Elder, though she's got her hands full getting everyone on their way. For now, most folks go to Sir Bryant. He's head of the Chantry's Templars.
You don't have a ruling lord?
He's gone to war and taken all his soldiers, leaving us to fend for ourselves. There's not going to be much left when he returns. If he returns.
Were those bandits always outside the village?
Were? You mean they're gone?
Yes, I drove them off.
Well, goody for you. Now there's no one to drive off the blighted refugees. Sir Brian'll be glad, though. He's been talking about offering a reward for anyone who'd run them out.
Yeet! I think I should go.
Don't let me stop you.
Well, run them out, murdered them in cold blood. I mean, same thing, right? Any of these people look talkable to you? None of them look talkable to me. I guess we'll take more elf fruit. I mean, we already have a slot being taken up of elf fruit, so it doesn't hurt to have more. I feel like this is a bad idea, but it's okay.
Move on if you can. Lothering's lost.
I was looking for some news. Do you know about the bandits outside the village?
Thieves prey on the unfortunate whenever they get the chance. We've had refugees streaming from the south for the last 2 days. The Chantry and Tavern are full to bursting. There simply isn't enough food to go around, and we Templars can barely keep order. You'd be better off elsewhere, my friend.
Can I ask a few questions?
I'm just out here to keep an eye out for Darkspawn. Please ask someone in town. No offense.
Out of my way.
I'll not turn you away. We just ask that you don't bring more problems here. People are frightened.
Well, I'm not chaotic evil in this playthrough. I'm just kidding. I hate playing any sort of evil character. I can't stand being mean to people.
It's just a guess, but I'm thinking everyone...
Back off. I have the right to charge what I wish.
You profit from their misfortune. I should have the Templars give away everything in your carts.
You wouldn't dare. Any of you step too close to my goods and I'll...
It's so nice to see everyone working together in a crisis.
I love him.
Warms the heart.
Oh, you there. You look able. Would you care to make a tiny profit helping a beleaguered businessman?
Why would I want to help you?
Didn't I mention profit?
He is charging outlandish prices for things people desperately need. Their blood is filling his pockets.
'Tis only survival of the fittest. All of these cretins would do the same in his shoes, given the chance.
I have limited supplies. The people decide what those supplies are worth to them.
You bought most of your wares from these very people last week. Now they flee for their lives, and you want to talk business?
Look, stranger, I've 100 silvers if you drive this rabble off, starting with that priest. I'm an honest merchant, nothing more.
You don't think you're being unscrupulous?
Would it help these folks if they could buy no goods at all?
They spend their very last coin because they are desperate, and this man preys upon them as surely as the bandits outside the city.
Ah, I'm not arguing anymore. Drive off this woman and get your 100 silvers. Otherwise, I'm taking my wagon and leaving.
I think you can compromise and still make a profit, no?
And hear more belly aching? I'd rather take my goods back to Denerim.
Lower your prices or lose your goods. Oh, let's do it!
I wouldn't dare. I'm leaving.
Go if you like, but the wagons stay here.
And who's gonna make me leave him? You? I hope the Darkspawn choke on your cheap hides. Ah.
I suppose it couldn't be helped. Maker, help us all.
I tried my best, lady. Oh, yeah, so it's how you guys
What do you need?
Do you want to talk about Duncan?
You don't have to do that. I know you didn't know him as long as I did.
That doesn't mean I don't mourn his loss.
I should have handled it better. Duncan warned me right from the beginning that this could happen. Any of us could die in battle. I shouldn't have lost it, not when so much is riding on us, not with the blight and
it's understandable. Just because
I'm sorry.
Morrigan's kind of being a bitch about it. There's no need to apologize.
I'd like to have a proper funeral for him. Maybe once this is all done, if we're still alive. I don't think he had any family to speak of.
He had you.
I suppose he did. It probably sounds stupid, but part of me wishes I was with him, in the battle. I feel like I abandoned him.
No, I understand completely. I do.
I'd be dead then, wouldn't I? It's not like that would make him happier.
No.
I think he came from High Ever, or so he said. Maybe I'll go up there sometime. See about putting up something in his honor. I don't know.
That'd be nice.
Have you had someone close to you die? Not that I mean to pry, I'm just...
My entire family was murdered just recently.
Oh, of course. How stupid of me to forget. Here I am going on and on about Duncan, and you... I'm so sorry. Thank you. Really, I mean it. It was good to talk about it, at least a little.
Maybe I'll go to... Maybe I'll go to High Ever with you.
I'd like that. So would he.
What do you wish of me?
I'd like to ask you something.
If you must.
How did you become a shape changer?
I was not born such. 'Tis a skill of Flemeth's, taught over many years in the wilds. The chastened have tales of we witches, saying that we assume the forms of creatures to watch them from hiding. When a child is alone and separate from his tribe, that is when we strike, dragging the young boy kicking and screaming to our lair to be devoured.
What?
A most amusing legend.
Your mother has been doing this for a long time, then.
Changing her form, certainly. Devouring lost children, I cannot say. She has not done it in my experience, though in truth my lifespan is but a fraction of her own. Why do you ask? Is there something specific you wish to know?
Can you change into other human forms as well?
The form of an animal is different from my own. One may study the creature, learn to move as it does, think as it does. In time, this allows one to become as it is. I gain nothing by studying another human. I already am the same as they are. I learn nothing. So the answer is no, my human form is the only one I possess.
Interesting. Can anyone become a shape changer?
Anyone with sufficient will. But the act of transformation is a magical one. 'Tis a spell and thus requires a mage's talents. If you had a notion to learn such a skill for yourself, sadly, you must remain disappointed.
Do you spend a lot of time as an animal?
There were nights when the wilds called to me, 'tis true. You look upon the world around you and you think you know it well. I have smelled it as a wolf, listened as a cat, prowled shadows that you never dreamed existed. But my life is as a human. I am under no illusions to the contrary.
And what do other animals think of you when you change?
They do not shy away from me. To their senses, I believe I seem like any other of their species. As to what they think, I truly cannot say. Just as I am still human, no matter my form, they are still animals. Thus they cannot speak, even were I to ask.
I've never heard of magic like that before.
No? 'Tis not unheard of in the remote corners of the world. There are traditions of magic outside of the circle of magi, despite what those mages would have you believe. Some of these traditions are old,
Yeah, they kinda seem
indeed,
comfy.
passed down as carefully guarded lore from one generation to the next.
Okay.
The zealots of the Chantry would uproot all such practitioners if they could. But as luck have it, some still exist. My mother is such a one.
That's good. Let's see. The zealots of the chantry would uproot all these practitioners if they could, but luck have it they still exist. My mother is such a one. That's good. Such traditions need to be preserved.
I am surprised you think so. Still, 'tis a pleasant thing to hear.
Well, I don't have a problem with mages at all.
Indeed. Have you an opinion on my abilities, then? Am I an unnatural abomination to be put to the torch?
I think you're cool. I said, I think your abilities sound quite useful.
A most practical opinion. Far more so than any man I have spoken to. But enough of such talk, let us proceed lest the dust
There's her
gather on us.
sexism again. Wait, no. I wanted to ask you. No. I wanted to ask you. No.
What do you wish of me?
I want to ask you something personal.
We are hardly alone, so privacy is not an option. It is your question, however. Ask what you will.
Never mind. Both of those are fucking rude
What
as
do you need?
shit. Why are you still here?
Ask away.
What can a Templar do exactly?
Essentially, they're trained to fight.
Yes.
The Chantry would tell you that the Templars exist simply to defend. But don't let them fool you. They're an army. The other main purpose for a Templar is, of course, to hunt mages. To that end, we train in talents that drain mana and disrupt spells.
So can others learn these talents?
Perhaps, but there usually isn't much of an opportunity. The Chantry keeps a close rein on its Templars.
Understandable.
We are given lyrium to help develop our magical talents, you see. Which means we become addicted. And since the Chantry controls the lyrium trade with the dwarves, well, I'm sure you can put two and two together.
That's horrible. I can't believe they do that.
Well, they do it, and they feel perfectly justified. You don't need lyrium in order to learn the Templar talents. Lyrium just makes Templars' talents more effective, or so I was told. Maybe it doesn't even do that. The Chantry usually doesn't let their Templars get away either, so they can spread their secrets. I'm a bit of an exception.
How'd you get
Lucky
out?
me.
I'm talking to this
What do you
bitch.
need? Ask away.
Can you teach others to be a Templar? I don't know. Tell me about the Grey Wardens.
Such as they are.
Where are the nearest Grey Wardens from here?
That's a good question. There's plenty in Orlais, but who knows where they might be found. And the nearest Orlesian city is weeks away. If we go north and cross the sea, there's bound to be some in the free market.
Cross the sea?
Again, however, I just don't know where. I don't know anything about Grey Wardens in other lands.
I don't even
About
want
the
to ask
Grey
anyone.
Wardens, anyhow. Fair enough. What do you need? Ask away.
So how did you become a Grey Warden?
Same way you did. You drink some blood, you choke on it, and pass out. You haven't forgotten already, have you?
I mean before that. Haha, very funny.
I do my best. What can I say? Let's see, I
Adorable.
was in the Chantry before. I trained for many years to become a Templar, in fact. That's where I learned most of my skills.
You don't seem the religious sort.
You're telling me I was banished to the kitchens to scour the pots more times than I can count. And that's a lot. I can count pretty high. The Grand Cleric didn't
love
want
him.
to let me go. Duncan was forced to conscript me, actually, and was she ever furious when he did. I thought she was going to have us both arrested. I was lucky.
Do you think this is better than being a Templar?
Oh, I suppose the Chantry life is good enough for some. Here, we have the chance to fight against the Blight.
Yes.
To actually do some good instead of sitting in a temple somewhere.
Yes.
I'll always be thankful to Duncan for recruiting me. If it hadn't been for him, you know, I would never... I wouldn't have.
He was a good man.
He was. A good man who didn't deserve his fate.
No.
That much I'm sure of. Come on, let's go. I think I'm done talking.
Boom! Getting that approval up, boys!
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
Alright, so that's gonna have to be the end of it here, because, we're running out of time for this episode. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, you know. Join the channel. You'll know every time we stream or post if you also hit that notification bell, which I do personally recommend. Inventory full. As well, if you also want to make sure that you know every time we're streaming, posting, etc., I would recommend following one of our social medias, whether it be Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. I usually post it there if we're gonna be doing anything fun, like streaming or something to that extent. Jesus Christ, the inventory's full. We need to sell to someone. So yeah, I do recommend doing that. But anyways, don't forget to like and comment below anything that any thoughts, opinions, questions, so on and so forth, and I will try to get back to you as soon as I can. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'm really glad you came to this episode. This is Rhianna from the Deep Sea Haven, signing off now.